Good morning, class. Now we proceed to our next discussion, the elementary properties of groups that we learned the previous, the binary operation and the groups. But before that, we proceed to our learning objectives. That at the end of this chapter, the students should be able to number one, prove the uniqueness of identity and inverse element in a group. Then apply cancellation law to solve equation in groups. And number three, derive and apply basic theorems from group axioms. Let's proceed to the first properties, the uniqueness of identity. In a group G, there is only one identity element that the proof is suppose both E and E inverse are identities of G, then magkakaroon tayo by the definition of the uh, monoid that for all A is a element of G and E asterisk E inverse asterisk A that for all element of A for all A element of G. Now proceed to the proof this proof that we have A asterisk E that we all know that uh, uh, ang A is for all A is element of G. So magkakaroon tayo ng A asterisk E is equals to E asterisk A is equals to A that magkakaroon ulit tayo sa other side na magkakaroon tayo ng A asterisk E inverse is equals to E inverse asterisk A is equals to A. So meaning, nakikita natin si A na alam natin si A is ay arbitrary si A. So pwede natin siyang iset as element. So magkakaroon tayo dito ng dito sa first element na first set natin is magkakaroon A is equals to E inverse. So, pwede nating dito gagawin natin, isa-substitute natin si A as E inverse from the from dito sa ating given dito sa A asterisk E is equals to E asterisk A is equals to A. Now we substitute the A as E inverse. Magkakaroon ng E inverse asterisk E is equals to E asterisk E inverse is equals to E inverse. And the other, our second set na dun sa A asterisk E inverse is equals to E asterisk E inverse asterisk A is equals to E that ang A ipapalitan natin ng E. So, magiging E asterisk E inverse is equals to E asterisk E inverse equals to E. So, makikita natin na by transitivity ay magkakaroon tayo ng magkakaroon tayo ng magkakaroon tayo ng E asterisk E inverse. So, meaning that yung ating proof that E and E inverse are both equal, that state that it is unique. And now we proceed to the next. For that, we proceed to the remarks. It said, because of this theorem, we may unambiguously speak of identity of groups and denote it by E, because the German words for identity is inherit. And now we proceed to the second properties that is called cancellation. In a group G, the right and left cancellation law holds that PA is equal to CA implies B is equals to C, and AB is equals to AC implies B equals to C. that we will prove natin dito that suppose BA is equals to CA, let A inverse be an inverse of A. So meaning, ipo-proof daw natin kung by using cancellation that dito mag-a-assume tayo that ang BA is equals to CA. And then dapat natin ipapakita palabas natin na ang B is equals to C. Since na sabi nga dito sa ating proof that let A inverse be an inverse of A. So, lahat ng magiging yung A as element of G, then also that A inverse as also an element of G. So, by multiplying the uh, A inverse, kung nasaan yung A is doon natin i-multiply. Like dito sa ating first given or proof na suppose BA is equals to CA, that ang A is on the right. So, i-multiply natin ang A inverse sa right. So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng BA times A inverse is equals to CA times A inverse. Kung nasaan yung A, doon natin i-multiply. So, by using associativity, na alam natin ang associativity ay A times B asterisk C is equals to A asterisk B times C. Na makikita natin dito is si B, then pwede natin pagsamahin itong si A and A inverse by using associativity ay magkakaroon dito tayo ng pagsamahin natin yung A and E inverse by definition of the associativity that A times B C is equals to A B times C. So by and this proof na B times A inverse is equals to C A inverse. And also we all know then na by using our inverse ay alam natin by definition na lahat ng A or A inverse ang nasa ay pwede siyang palitan ng E. So meaning nagkaroon tayo ng BE is equals to CE by the definition of inverse. And next one that magkakaroon tayo dito ng by using identity, magiging B is equals to C by alam na lumabas na yung ating sinusuppose na dapat nating malabas na B is equals to C. And now we proceed to the next na in this proof natin dito yung B is equals to CA. Now, i-prove naman natin kung yung AB is equals to AC. Okay? We assume mag-assume ulit tayo dito na suppose AB is equals to AC. Then, let A inverse be an inverse of A. That assume natin dito, A and AB is equals to C. And then, susunod natin, dapat may pakita natin uli ang B is equals to C. Since, kanina, doon sa previous natin, ang A ay nasa nasa kanan, ngayon nasa kaliwa naman. So, doon natin i-multiply by the law of cancellation na A inverse times AB is equals to A inverse times AC by using by the multiplying E inverse dun sa left. Now and likewise katulad din sa previous natin is by associativity ay magkakaroon tayo ng A inverse A times B, then is equals to A inverse A times C, and by using our inverse is magkakaroon tayo ng EV is equals to EC. Then we prove na by using identity that B is equals to C. And in our remarks is a consequence of the cancellation property is a fact that in a Cayley table of a group, each group of element occurs exactly one in each row on columns. Ito yung Cayley table, ito yung table of operation in abstract algebra. Then we learned this Cayley table in previous discussion in the in groups. And next, another consequence of cancellation property is the uniqueness of inverse. Next is the uniqueness of inverse that state for each element in element A in a group G, there is unique element B in G such that AB is equals to BA is equal to E. That we prove that suppose B and C are both inverse of A. Now we prove na natin that suppose B and C are both inverse of A. So meaning magkakaroon tayo dito ng dalawang set. Since B is since we know that B is the inverse of A, we magkakaroon tayo dito ng B asterisk A is equals to A asterisk B is equals to C, na magkakaroon tayo dito ng BA is equals to AB is equals to C. Then, we all know din natin itong C ay isang inverse ni A, na kaya magkakaroon tayo dito ng C asterisk A is equals to A asterisk C is equals to E. Then, magkakaroon magiging CA is equals to AC is equals to E. By alam natin na by equating i-equate natin itong dalawa, itong BA is equals to AB equal to E, then CA equal to AC equal to E. By equating, magkakaroon tayo dito ng BA is equals to CA is equal to E. Thus, mag-prove natin dito na by using right cancellation law in our previous discussion is magkakaroon tayo dito ng B is equal to C. Our marks, as was the case with the identity element, it is reasonable in a proof that in the theorem 2.3 to speak that the inverse of element G of a group. In fact, we may ambiguously denote by dito ay by G inverse. This notation is suggested by that used for ordinary real number under multiplication. So similarly, when n is element of natural number, the associative law allows us to use G raised to n to denote that ambiguous product that G where G has n factor. And then by multiplicative and additive groups, we define G raised to 0 is equals to C. When n is negative, we define that G raised to n is equals to G inverse in next I, for example, that G is G raised to negative 3 is equal to G raised to negative 1 times 3. So unlike for a real number in the abstract group, we do not permit that an non-integral exponent such as g raised to 1 half. That with this notation, the familiar law of exponent holds for a group that for all n is element of z and any group of element g, we have g is equals to g uh, uh, g raised to m is equals to g uh, g raised to m and g raised to n is equals to g, and g m plus n is equals to g m n. Although we have may one manipulates the group expression that g raised to m and g raised to n and g raised to n times n coincide with the law of exponents of real number. The law of exponents fails to hold for expression involving two groups elements. Thus, for groups in general, ab raised to n is not equal to a raised to n, then b raised to n. So also we have must careful with this notion when dealing with the specific groups. Those binary operation in addition n is denoted by addition plus or addition. In this case, the definition of n group property expressed in multiplicative notation must be translated to additive notation. For example, the inverse of g is written as negative g. So, g raised to 3 means g plus g, and it's usually as written as 3g, where negative g raised to negative 3 means negative g plus negative g as written as negative 3g. When additive notation is used, not interpret uh, and G as combining N and G under the group operation. That note that N may not even be an element of G groups. In the table next slide, we show that common notation and corresponding terms for groups under multiplication and groups under addition. That as in the case for real numbers, we use A minus B as an abbreviation of A plus uh, times negative b. So, makikita din natin dito yung multiplicative group and additive group na nalaman din natin sa ating mga previous discussion in the uh, groups. And then, we proceed to the last theorem, the Sack-Shu property. Kaya tinawag na Sack-Shu property. So, meaning, pag nagsusuot tayo ng pag nagsusuot tayo ng sapatos, inuun natin yung medyas, then sapatos. And then pag tayo ay maghubad na ng sa ating sapatos, inuun natin sapatos saka ang medyas. Parang katulad din dito sa ating class theorem that prove that for group element A and B is AB inverse is equals to AB inverse and A inverse. So with group elements A and B is AB inverse is equal to A inverse A inverse. That proof natin dito, consider natin na ang dapat A and AB inverse is element of G. That dapat iso-show natin dito na ang B inverse, A inverse times AB is equals to C. Na to consider natin na dito itong given natin na itong A inverse times AB. By associative na alam naman natin ang associative once na yung A pwede natin pagsamahin ng A at A inverse. So magiging P inverse times A A inverse times C by using associative, by definition of associative. Then, sunod dito, magkakaroon tayo dito by using definition of our by inverse na alam natin ang inverse. Lahat ng value ng A at A inverse magiging E. So, kaya naging B inverse EB by inverse. And using again associative, may pwede natin pagsamahin itong EB. So, magiging A inverse times EB. Then, by identity, maalis na natin itong E by using identity. Magiging A inverse B. Then, by using our definition in inverse, is yung A inverse B ay magiging E. So, na-prove na natin na ang A is A inverse is equals to AB times AB is equals to E. Therefore, ang ating nasa that AB inverse is to is equal to B inverse A inverse are unique. And in this case, ito pa here another proof to solve the prove the Sakshu property. In this proof, we can also prove this by showing that yung ating A, B times B inverse A inverse is equal to E. And magiging yung ating then magiging B inverse A inverse times AB is equals to C. Then that where E, alam natin yung E is identity element of G. So, magkakaroon dito tayo ng case 1. First, we have yung ating case 1 tong AB times times B inverse A inverse is equal to A times B inverse times A inverse. So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng A, then yung alam natin yung E, alam naman natin dito kanina yung by using inverse, magiging E na lang siya. So, magiging A times E times A inverse is equal to A inverse is and equal to E. That yung ating case 1. Then we proceed to the case 2. Then we have yung kanina B inverse A inverse times AB is equal to B by associative by using associative ay pinagsama na yung A inverse A. So, kaya naging B inverse times A inverse A times B. Then, by inverse, magiging yung A inverse A, magiging E na lang. So, B inverse times E, B is equal to B inverse B equals E. And ating case 2 na since alam naman natin since yung both AB times A inverse is equal to E, then A inverse B inverse A inverse times AB is equals to E. So we conclude that ang AB inverse is equals to E B inverse A inverse. And now, ito na po ang last discussion. Thank you for watching and hope that you will learn in our discussion. Thank you.